Evolve is a 4 versus 1 cooperative, competitive, first-person, third-person shooter. That's quite a mouthful. Sure, it's a simple idea. Get together with 3 more of your buddies and form a team of these hunters, right? You guys are going to hunt down, try to kill this big alien monster. And one person's playing that alien monster.
The humans are first person. For the monster, though, we move to third person. If you're controlling the monster, you want to see it more than just the hands. You want to see his whole body. You want to see him do cool stuff like climb up a big rock face. You're also sort of more aware of the surrounding environment. If you played Left 4 Dead before, you're going to recognize and sort of feel comfortable pretty quickly with this team. This team is super co-op oriented to the point where when they work together really, really well, they're incredibly powerful. But when they don't, they also suffer, I think, to a larger degree.
They start following the tracks, and start hunting the monster, right? Inevitably, I think the funnest thing to see are those oh shit moments, right? They'll be walking down a path and they'll see some wildlife, right? And they're not really sure if it's the monster or not. And they'll just unload on it and just slaughter this poor beast, right? Inevitably, they always say, was that the monster?
Early on, the 4 humans are the hunters and they're the aggressors. But if the monster does really well and finds enough food and gets big enough, then he can actually turn the tables and he becomes the hunter.
And then inevitably the monster shows up and then it's lots of screaming, lots of, holy shits and shooting and noise and just like chaos.
Like in Monster Hunter, all the monsters are cool, but they have their very specific ways that they behave. He's going to do this attack, and then he's going to be vulnerable, and then he's going to do this and X, Y, and Z, right? As soon as that boss is controlled by a player, how do you do that? What actually happens at the end of the day is it feels almost like a fighting game. It's a lot of dodging and attacks and tells.
You come away just like it's an intense experience. Finally, at the end, whoever's won, it's always kind of like one of those sweaty palm, whew.
So Hunt's sort of the core mode that all the rest of the game was built on. But there's more game, but we can't show it yet. Keep in mind there's a lot of different hunter characters that all have their own unique items and equipment. We have multiple monsters. They all have different themes. They all have different ways of navigating the environment. They all have different abilities. Do you want to be the stealthy monster? Do you want to be the brawler?
We've designed it to be infinitely replayable. We're designing it to make sure that no fight is ever the same.
You can play the game single player. You can play the game with any number between 1 and 5 and it works. You can play single player as the monster. We try to cater to sort of everybody's taste inside of this one sort of simple game idea.
We play the game every night if possible, unless somebody breaks the build and then they get all kinds of crap for it. It's still fun. Everyone still really enjoys playing it. To me, that's a good sign, right? Because if we don't want to play our own game, nobody else is going to want to play it either. That's kind of a big thing for us. We hope that people love it.